In a world where pixels were power and virtual worlds transported us to realms of adrenaline-fueled mayhem, one style of game rose above all the others. It was a time when players could transcend the confines of reality and become heroes in their own digital universes. And whether you label them as retro, first-person shooters, Doom-likes, or boomer shooters, the genre reigned supreme. Before we can talk about the rise of boomer shooters, we have to talk about the influential games that paved the way and set the stage for the genre's emergence. First-person dungeon crawlers like Wizardry and Might and Magic introduced the concept of exploring immersive environments from a first-person perspective. Games such as Maze War and Mini Maze contributed to the idea that navigating virtual spaces and engaging in multiplayer combat was part of games. Meanwhile, run-and-gun shooters like Robotron 2084 and Smash TV established the fast-paced shooting action and reflex-based gameplay that would become core elements of the genre. Collectively, these predecessors introduced many key elements, all of which would be refined and expanded upon in the evolution of boomer shooters. And then in late 1991, with the Wolfenstein trademark secured and the backing of industry stalwarts Scott Miller and Mark Rain, a team of visionary game developers embarked on a groundbreaking mission. As id Software, their objective was clear: redefine the first-person shooter genre using John Carmack's revolutionary 3D engine. Under John Romero's creative guidance, an audacious vision materialized. A thrilling game where players could unleash their firepower on enemy soldiers, savoring the spoils of their conquest. The game's essence lay in its lightning-fast yet simple gameplay, captivating the hearts of players and leaving an indelible mark on the gaming landscape. Wolfenstein 3D's triumph propelled the team's ambitions to unprecedented heights. As the triumphant success of Wolfenstein 3D echoed throughout the gaming industry, the talented team at id Software found themselves on the precipice of an even greater leap forward. Their relentless pursuit of innovation and their groundbreaking achievements with the Wolfenstein franchise set the stage for their next monumental endeavor, the creation of Doom. The transition from Wolfenstein 3D to Doom marked a pivotal moment in the history of first-person shooters. The team recognized the immense potential for pushing the boundaries of the genre even further. They envisioned a dark and immersive world, teeming with hordes of terrifying demons and awe-inspiring environments, and one that could be an experience to captivate players from the moment they stepped foot into the game's virtual realm. The transition from the blocky corridors of Wolfenstein to the immersive 3D world of Doom was a quantum leap forward. The id Tech engine served as the technological backbone that powered the game's visceral gameplay and unparalleled graphics. It was a testament to the team's relentless pursuit of technical innovation and the refusal to settle for anything less than perfection. When Doom was finally released upon the world in 1993, it ignited a revolution. Its seamless blending of fast-paced action, atmospheric level design, and multiplayer capabilities captivated gamers like never before. Doom became an instant phenomenon, cementing its place in gaming history and establishing id Software as one of the industry's most influential pioneers. The transition from Wolfenstein 3D to Doom was also a defining moment in the evolution of shooters. It showcased the boundless creativity, technical prowess, and sheer determination of the id Software team. Their pursuit of innovation and their unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries of what was possible transformed the gaming landscape forever. Doom was a game changer, setting the stage for explosive growth of the shooter genre and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of gamers worldwide. But a new king would soon arise, ready to claim his throne in the realm of shooters.
Come get some.
With a signature blend of charisma, bravado, and a penchant for explosive action, Duke Nukem became an unforgettable icon in the gaming world. Building upon the foundation laid by the pioneers of the genre, the rise of Duke Nukem represented a new chapter in the evolution of boomer shooters. Developed by 3D Realms, founded as Apogee Software, Duke Nukem emerged as a force to be reckoned with, delivering a unique blend of humor, irreverence, and unapologetic action that captured the hearts of players worldwide. But before Duke Nukem 3D took the gaming world by storm, there were earlier iterations of the beloved franchise that laid the groundwork for its eventual success. The original Duke Nukem, released in 1991, was a 2D side-scrolling platformer. This early installment introduced players to the character of Duke Nukem, a tough-as-nails action hero with a penchant for saving the world from evil forces. Duke Nukem 2, released in 1993, expanded upon the first game's formula, offering enhanced graphics and more intricate level design. Players once again took on the role of Duke Nukem as he battled his way through hordes of enemies in an effort to rescue Earth from alien invaders. While these early Duke Nukem games were well received for their engaging gameplay and their charismatic protagonist, it was the arrival of Duke Nukem 3D in 1996 that catapulted the series into the spotlight. The transition from 2D side-scroller to a fully immersive first-person perspective was a game-changer. Duke Nukem 3D introduced players to a revolutionary world filled with interactive environments, intricate level design, and a healthy dose of humor. With the release of Duke Nukem 3D, the franchise reached new heights of popularity and cemented its place in gaming history, alongside Doom and Wolfenstein. It set the stage for the iconic Duke Nukem character to become a symbol of boisterous, over-the-top action and unabashed fun. Right after the release of Duke Nukem 3D, another influential shooter entered the scene, making a significant impact on the genre. That game was Quake. Developed by id Software and released in 1996, Quake took the first-person shooter experience to new heights, pushing the boundaries of technology and multiplayer gameplay. Quake introduced players to a dark and atmospheric world filled with nightmarish creatures, treacherous environments, and intense combat. It featured groundbreaking 3D graphics, utilizing the power of the Quake engine developed by none other than John Carmack. The engine allowed for smooth, fast-paced gameplay, and opened the doors for more complex level designs and advanced multiplayer capabilities. One of the standout features of Quake was its multiplayer mode, which revolutionized online gaming. Quake's robust multiplayer options, including deathmatch and team-based modes, captured the attention of players worldwide. It became a staple of LAN parties and gaming communities, fostering competitive gameplay and establishing a new standard for multiplayer shooters. Quake's success further solidified the dominance of shooters in the gaming landscape. It showcased the potential of immersive 3D environments. After the groundbreaking success of Quake, the boomer shooter genre continued to evolve, giving rise to a new wave of influential titles. One notable game that followed in the footsteps of Quake was Unreal. Developed by Epic Games and released in 1998. Unreal took the shooter experience to new heights with its stunning visuals, immersive environments, and innovative gameplay mechanics. Powered by the Unreal Engine, the game introduced players to expansive and detailed worlds, filled with diverse landscapes, intricate architecture, and imaginative creatures. The graphics and level design of Unreal set a new standard for visual fidelity and artistic expression in the genre, something the engine continues to do to this very day. In Unreal, players could also engage in intense death matches and team-based battles, both locally and online, experiencing the thrill of fast-paced, skill-based gameplay alongside friends and adversaries from around the world. Unreal's success paved the way for a series of sequels and spin-offs, solidifying its impact on the genre. It showcased the possibilities of immersive storytelling and multiplayer engagement. Following Unreal, other notable shooters emerged, including games like Half-Life, Serious Sam, and Return to Castle Wolfenstein, each adding their own unique flavor and innovations to the genre. These games continued to refine the gameplay mechanics, expand the narratives, and push the technical boundaries of boomer shooters. While the boomer shooter genre had its ups and downs over the years, one period often cited as a challenging time for the genre was the late 2000s and early 2010s. During this time, the gaming industry experienced a significant shift towards more realistic, cinematic, and story-driven first-person shooters, which diverged from the fast-paced, arcade-style gameplay that characterized the old-school shooters. With the rise of popular franchises like Call of Duty and Battlefield, the focus shifted towards modern military shooters, with a heavy emphasis on multiplayer modes and realistic graphics. These games attracted a massive audience and dominated the market, leaving less room for the classic shooter experience. The shift resulted in a decline in the production and popularity of traditional shooters. Many developers and publishers were hesitant to even invest in the genre, fearing it had lost its appeal and wouldn't resonate with modern audiences. Additionally, advancements in technology and the growing complexity of game development posed challenges for the smaller studios and independent developers who wanted to create old-school shooters. The resources required to create highly polished and visually stunning games became more demanding, making it difficult for smaller teams to compete with larger studios. However, it's important to note that while the popularity of boomer shooters may have waned during this period, there were still dedicated fan communities and niche titles that kept the genre alive. These games often celebrated the retro aesthetics and gameplay mechanics of classic shooters, catering to a specific audience of enthusiasts. In more recent years, the resurgence of old-school shooters has been marked by the release of several notable and critically acclaimed titles that have captured the attention of both nostalgic fans and new players. These games have revitalized the genre with their unique approaches and captivating gameplay. One standout shooter is Ion Fury, released by Voidpoint in 2019. It was developed using the Build engine, the very same engine that powered Duke Nukem 3D. Ion Fury embraced the retro aesthetics and gameplay mechanics of the 90s era. With its pixelated visuals, fast-paced action, and intricate level design, the game harkens back to the golden age of boomer shooters. Its success lies in its ability to seamlessly blend nostalgic elements with modern conveniences, such as refined controls and improved enemy AI, resulting in a satisfying and immersive experience. Another notable title in this resurgence is Dusk. Inspired by classic shooters like Doom and Quake, Dusk captured the essence of the genre with its atmospheric levels and intense combat. It employed retro graphics and sound design to transport players back to the era of early shooters, while incorporating modern gameplay enhancements. Dusk received critical acclaim for its faithful execution and its ability to evoke a sense of nostalgia while still offering fresh and engaging content. Amid Evil and Wrath: Aeon of Ruin are other standout examples in the recent boomer shooter landscape. Both games pay homage to the classic titles that define the genre while also adding their own unique twists. Amid Evil draws inspiration from fantasy-themed shooters like Heretic and Hexen, presenting players with imaginative worlds, epic battles, and a variety of magical weapons. On the other hand, Wrath: Aeon of Ruin channels the spirit of Quake, offering fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled gameplay set in a dark and foreboding world. Further, Proteus is a modern take on the boomer shooter genre, blending old-school aesthetics with cutting-edge visual effects. With its fluid movement, visceral gunplay, and intricate level design, Proteus captures the spirit of classic shooters, while pushing the boundaries of graphical fidelity. The success of these recent shooters can be attributed to their careful attention to the core elements that define the genre's early days. They feature non-linear level design, intense combat encounters, and a wide variety of weapons, as well as challenging enemy AI. At the same time, they incorporate modern enhancements like improved graphics, smoother controls, and advanced physics simulations. Additionally, the availability of these shooters on digital platforms like Steam and GOG has made them more easily accessible to a global audience. This has allowed developers to reach a wider player base and foster active communities that share their love for the genre. The recent surge of boomer shooters has not only revived the nostalgia of the past, but has also showcased the game's enduring appeal. These games have demonstrated that there is still a strong demand for the adrenaline-pumping action that defined the early days of the genre, and they continue to push the boundaries of what old-school shooters can achieve in the modern gaming landscape.